Good afternoon, guys. It's today is Saturday, November 19th, and I'm recording the video for Friday, November 18th. Okay, so today is all about preferred sellers, preferred buyers, aggressive sellers, super aggressive sellers, right? So rather than specifying the levels, I'm now putting the preferred and aggressive sellers and buyers area here, right? Because I'm already giving you all this this naming conventions in the chart itself in a Discord, right? So earlier in the morning, so no need to repeat the levels here. It's a OPEX Friday, right? So I would suggest if you are a newbie, then you don't trade on these days, entire OPEX week actually, but at least especially OPEX Thursday and Friday, just avoid trading. If you're experienced, then it's a different story, okay? Because price doesn't respect any level per se exactly, it just random bounces, you will see it, all these things, ping pong. At one moment you think price is breaking down, it wants to go down or break out, but then it will fail immediately on you, all this garbage thing happens during OPEX, and then end of the day it will run up or run down, so that is the story for OPEX. See, price ping pong in a wide range and trend one way also. Use preferred bias area to take a hint. There is nothing else to write, because whatever I write, OPEX will overwrite it basically. So real-time price action reading is important today. You already have days max and minimum possible target in Discord for both NQs, which by the way did not get hit. 692 and 718 are dream number. Okay, so okay, so actually this was the dream number, 798 and 821. Okay, so we talked about it, right, that overnight is up move, so as long as it is stepping up, right, we have to favor longs. But we also discuss that as usual, if there is a balance and price, let's say, goes below this first hunting level, right, that means it is breaking down this pattern, that means some selling will come, and then it's up to intraday buyers all these levels to decide, and then you can see it right off the open, NQ breakdown like this, right? That's a sign that it wants to go down, right? But it's an OPEX day, and considering this up move, yes, it is at risk, and price can come back all the way down to this because of this pattern was broken, right? But in the morning it is almost like first 10 minutes it was halfway there, right? So now there is no point shorting it here at lower level unless it pullbacks like this. So here actually in Discord I said you can short here, right here, where ES was at 77, around 955. ES was right at where was here. So I said you can take a short also, right? But I did not take a short, I was just I was just waiting, and then actually I even forget what I did, but I did either went long somewhere, even I forgot now. See, that's why I usually like to make a video right during the same day, otherwise I'll forget it, because anyway it was OPEX day, and Friday usually I don't trade. That's why I forgot, because I was just doing here and there few points, so nothing fancy. But this was the trade, if someone was to take it, right? Then when price came down here, I said it's a bullish disconnect. If someone wants to buy it, you can buy it because it's a bullish disconnect, right? But really you can't expect more from this move, because now price was trading below yesterday's high, which was 62, and only reason you can go long because 50 to 60 area, this entire area was line in sand for both parties, so anything can happen, but they can break down because morning was like stepping down, right? So you are going against that step morning down pattern, and it was line in sand, right? So buyers can respond because bullish disconnect was favoring them, right? But you can't expect more, so I did not take even long here, neither short here, neither long. I was just, watching it. I didn't like this price action anyway to begin with. And this sell-off also we discuss that this area 95 to 4000, this area can bring a sell-off also, because I explain you the 1 hour chart also, right? That where the sellers are and what they can do, So this was their job, that's what they acted on it, this based on the higher time frame, and since they acted on it, that's why I didn't want to go long here, because it's a higher time frame, right? Price can slice through it and just trend down entire day. So once you see this, right, and then it fell, and then when it break down below this, right, then you have something to see, after that whether it can even hold below it. Then you can short and assume it's a trend down day, because by the time this was breaking below first of a low, right? So NQ was, where was NQ? 11 o'clock here, right? It was trying to break down this Globex low also, correct? While ES was way above Globex low. So there was a disconnect between those two indexes, correct? So, but if you look at 5 minute, which was right here, right? So there was no level, by the way, here, right? First of all, that's the first thing to note, correct? Then when it broke down, right, immediately next candle up inside this balance, right? So that suggests that it could be a failed breakdown. Price can reverse back to the top. So someone can grab a long here if you want, right? But then, it's anyway, it's not a good sign now. But at least this will tell you that now, because of this, price is not going to go anywhere. Most likely it's not going to trend down or trend up. So most likely it will do ping pong. So based on that idea, when it popped back up here, right here, here you can short after a pause, right? So you wait, and then when you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute candle, unable to push, correct? And then NQ was at that time right around, I think here, yes, see that? So 705 is yellow line. This was aggressive buyers area, right? Now price balance below it, then try to break down, fail, back to the top, and now it should go higher then, right? But instead, if you see this and like this, that's what your short is, and here, right here, that was your short, which is right here. Or when price went through this, then pop back up, right? Here you can short, like this here. See that? Like this, mini balance, and here you can short. Okay. But the problem here is you can't really expect more, because this time it should have gone through this low, but it couldn't, right? It bounced again. So somebody was buying it here at this Globex low. So if you short here, right, there is no guarantee that it's gonna go down again. It may do just ping pong here like this. See that? Like this. See? So here it's again kind of double bottom. See that? So that's the issue during this OPEX, right? But when you see this, again you can short right here, right? But this, like going with the flow in NQ, you can do it. ES you cannot do it, because ES slight pop back up because ES was running into this area, right? So because ES was running into this area, this was a key 50 to 60, you can't even short ES, correct? Now you have to wait for ES to break down below this. So if you cannot short ES, why bother shorting NQ here? See, because if ES bounces, NQ is going to bounce. You can see it, right? Barely few point, and randomly it even bounced, right? It even come to this line at the first go. See my point? So that's the issue. So you can try shorting here, but then here you have to bail out, right? Same thing here. See this low right here, you can short, but if it doesn't go down below this, you have to bail out, So yes, there was no trade here unless you want to go long at this Globex low, right here, right here, right? And then you can target up to this low, and here you can bail out, because nowadays they're stepping down. See that? Balance, dead down, right? pullback, short. So I'm sure somebody would have shorted it here also, correct? Like the way we did it in Q, but it couldn't go down. You bail out right here if you short here, right? Then price went up, correct? See, at this point it is telling you now it is more ping pong is going to come, right? So remember I said step down for sellers, step up for buyers. If you want to go long, wait for step up, correct? So this was a step up, first step. See that? 1, 2, 3, right? This thing I couldn't understand. This thing was a fake move, right? But when the moment it went up, balance like this was your long right here, because now it is a balance, breakout, pullback, go long, and in Q this was a good long, to take it. This is the only long I would take, right? Why? Because now entire it's almost 3 p.m. right? People are trying to bring it down. Here one attempt failed, second attempt failed, third attempt failed, right? It's a 50 to 60 area we are talking about, right? And then balanced again. Here people tried to short it, and then you see this push up, and then first push up it just went through this VWAPs also, pulling back here. This was your long right there. That was also that previous high also. See that yesterday's high right here, and you here it's clear actually, you can see it like this. See that? So by the time if you look at NQ, look at how clear NQ was. See, at the same time, look at this line. See that? Held it here, failed breakdown here, failed breakdown here, finally broke through it, right? Again people sold, sell it, and then boom, slice through. See the move here, right? Then come back up, slight pop up, you go long right there. See? And then you can hold it, however you want to hold it, but that's the trade, and so it's a OPEX basically, right? And these are the levels, preferred sellers acted, right? Then this, and then what we discuss is if really buyers are there, they have to hold above all the super areas, this super aggressive areas. That is what my expectation is, but here they failed, right? So now both side is going to be active, right? And then here you look at this. So price ES did not do anything except balancing between preferred buyers, which is this, and preferred sellers. That's all. It couldn't go anywhere, right? NQ pretty much did the same thing, and that be all for today. I'll see you on Monday.